For this DIY, you will need a pair of scissors, some elastic, a fabric glue, one or more hair tie, some clips, actually a lot of cloth clips, and some leftover fabric. Obviously, you can use any print that you think will look nice as a scrunchie, preferably silk or satin to avoid friction with your hair. Starting from the no-sew gluing method, I'm taking 4.5 inches as breadth from this gingham piece. I'm just going to follow the print and drawing an easy peasy straight line. And for length, I'm taking 17 inches. You can take more or less fabric according to what you like, but make sure the length is minimum 15 inches because the fabric, honey, is not stretchable. And I'm cutting it out. After the piece is ready, take the hair tie and place it on a round object. I'm using a candle can, and you can use a big pen holder, flower vase, or something that is round, or of course you can use a candle can like I did. And I'm starting to stuck the fabric in between the can and the hair tie. So pull the fabric, gather it on one side, create some ruffle, and keep pulling the rest until you reach the end. And this is what it should look like. Next, starting from one side of the fabric, I'm gluing it on and using a piece of fabric to spread the glue and clipping it with the other half. So I'm repeating the same process, gluing, trying to spread the glue and clip it. So I'm doing the same thing as I go. This method is kind of tricky, but if you want to get rid of sewing, this is way better to get rid of the needle and thread stuff. So I clipped half of the fabric, waited about an hour for the glue to dry because I was afraid there won't be enough room for the clips as the can is not as wide as the fabric, of course. After an hour, when the glue is dry, I am unclipping first and gluing the rest and clipping using the same method like before and leaving about 2 inches open so I can turn it inside out. Once the glue is completely dry, I'm turning it inside out using a safety pin. And gluing the rest and clipping it again. Wait till it's dry and your no-sew scrunchie is all ready to rock and roll. For the second method, I'm taking a piece 17 inches long and 4.5 inches wide. Also, a piece of elastic that is 8.5 inches long without stretching. Make sure you don't stretch the elastic while measuring and cutting it out. Next, I'm sewing the fabric, folding it in half, keeping the wrong side out. And once it's done sewing, I'm turning it the right side out using a safety pin. Next, I'm adding 2 safety pins on both the edges of the elastic and passing it through the tunnel. And sewing both the edges together to make it round like a hair tie. I know this looks disgusting. My machine decided to misbehave and my thread was jamming a lot, but somehow it worked out anyway, so let's keep moving. Next, for the edges of the fabric, I'm taking one edge inside the other and folding it about 1 to 2 centimeters off the edge, the one that's on the top, and sewing it in a straight line. And there you have another scrunchies ready, made with a new method. Now moving on to the third method. This one is almost similar to the last one but slightly different. So I'm taking a piece 17 inches long and 4.5 inches wide, just like the last one. And I also cut out a piece of elastic that is 8.5 inches long and sewing the edges together to make it look like a hair tie. Moving on to the fabric, I'm sewing one edge, folding about half an inch and placing the fabric wrong side out with the elastic tie, folding it in half and sewing it all around. Next, taking the edge of the fabric that wasn't stitched and tucking it inside the other edge that was stitched and sewing it together in a straight line. And there you have your scrunchies ready, made with 3 different methods. Whether you want to sew or glue, whichever method you think was easier, you can definitely use it. Hope this was really helpful for you guys. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.